Hey everybody, welcome back to Tommy's Tech, Travel, and Collectibles, and we have an unboxing to do today. It is comic book related, but it's graphic novels, not comic books. So what's in the box, you ask? Well, let's unbox it together and find out. But first, I think I have to set the mood a little bit better. That's right, this is not just a comic book unboxing, this is a Sillie Monkey comics unboxing. Can't see my whole banner, but that says I'm a writer, I promise. So we have some books in that we ordered because we recently just started up our comic book line again. We have been sold out for a while or just stuff not in print, but I've decided we're going to change that and make them available again. So we did an order on some books that I'm hoping to share with you guys right now. So if you'd like to watch, let's look at some books together. So we initially started Sillie Monkey Comics back in 2011. And actually, I had this on display right here. This is the bottle from the night we finished our first book. Now it was September 22nd, 2012. So we started working on it in 2011, but we completed our first book, got it back from the printers on September 22nd, 2012. And what book was that? Well, it was our flagship book. It was a book called Brief History in Time. It's a all ages themed adventure about two kids that travel through time to save their grandfather, who was a scientist during the Manhattan Project who discovered the ability to travel through time and dimensions. And the original series lasted 5 issues. Well, the first story arc, I should say. We released our traditional covers and variant covers for each one, where we worked with local artists all around Arizona. But after we finished that first 5-book arc, we decided to collect it in a graphic novel. And that graphic novel we decided to do through a company called Ingram Spark, which is print on demand, but it also makes it available through all the different distributors, such as Barnes & Noble, through Amazon.com. Basically, any place that sells books, you can probably order it from there. Heck, I've even seen it on eBay a few times. But you can also order it from the link I'll include down below and right up here in the corner. You can order directly from SillieMonkey.com, and that book will come autographed by at least me, and hopefully by Caleb, the artist too, but we got to arrange that here in a future date. But as for now, let me show you what we ordered here. And I'm sure by now you kind of figured out. It's a reprinting of the graphic novel of Brief History in Time. The inspiration for the book was really those 90s and 80s cartoons that we all grew up watching every Saturday morning. We wanted to make it where the average kid could look at it and just kind of follow the story by just the pictures and the drawings, but also tell a comprehensive story that everyone from age basically 10 and up, all ages really, could enjoy. And the cool thing I said about all those variant covers we actually did each chapter with one of those variant covers. For example, here's the cover for issue 2 by an artist in Phoenix named Jeff Pena. And then we go on a little bit further. Oop, just passed it. Cover of issue 3 is by an artist named Mariah Wall, who, I mean, just look at this stuff. These artists are absolutely amazing. Like, I thought I was fortunate enough to work with Caleb, and I can't believe I got to work with these folks as well. And then we have here in chapter 4, this is by an artist named Jason Batts. And I love it because that's Tesla there, who's one of my personal heroes. Nikola Tesla changed the world as we know it. And that's what I really enjoyed about writing these books, is the fact that we can incorporate my love of history, and I can try and teach history at the same time, while incorporating into these fictional storytelling. So it's fictional history, but set in some real world events. And chapter 5 is by my friend Eric Schock, who's one of my favorite artists working as well. I mean, they all just absolutely crush these covers. And they're $14.99 plus tax, and then plus shipping, of course. But if you were to order directly from our website, you can actually get them signed by myself and possibly Caleb. And if you're going to want to get it in person, you can find it at most local comic shops here in Tucson, or those sites I mentioned earlier that I'll link down below. But if you find yourself in Tucson, if you're seeing this before March the 2nd, I will actually be at the Tucson Comics and Toy Show at the Presidio Comics booth with not only these ones, but a lot of my individual issue comics as well, like The Inner Circle, or The Raven, like that guy right there, or even Lawrence Hadley in His Absurdly Normal Life. So there's lots of stuff here, and as an independent comic book creator, our blood, sweat, and tears go into these books. And I speak not only for myself, but I think for every independent comic book creator that you see at comic conventions or at your local LCSs, local comic shops. We do everything from the writing, the drawing, but, well, I don't draw, but Caleb does, but you know what I'm coming from. We do everything from the layouts to the setup to all the stuff behind the scenes. We're our own distributors. Whereas you go and get these characters and books that I love as well, but they've been around for 60, 70, 80 years, they actually have basically come down to a formula. They're formulaic to a certain extent. Whereas these are from our own minds, from our own hearts and our own souls. So if it's not our book here, I always highly recommend going to your comic book shop locally and asking if they have a local section or any local creators that they spotlight. It's always worth seeing these books because they're way beyond anything you were expecting, and it's something new and something different, and it's something from the heart. So hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully we can count on you ordering the book or even stopping by one of our local shows to pick one up in person, or just hopefully we encourage you to check out a comic book creator and artist and writer that you never heard of before because they're not part of the mainstream. Because you know what? There's a little bit of creator in all of us, but it's up to you as the patrons to actually come in and check our stuff out. But thank you for taking time to watching, and thanks for watching this unboxing. Man, we ordered 20 copies here. I can't wait to actually start getting these in people's hands. I'm excited, guys. It's a whole new world and new era for Sillie Monkie. Bye-bye, everybody. I should think I'm going to read this. I haven't read it in a while. Is that weird that I'm reading my own stuff? I don't care.